Ladies and gentlemen, and Pokemon fans of the world, Crasher Chase is here, and allow me to introduce to you another Pokemon X and Y analysis video. And as I said in my last vlog, it's been a few days since I last posted a Pokemon X and Y analysis. I've been hella busy, as I said, but here I am, here and now, bringing to you a Pokemon analysis featuring Barbaracle. And taking a look at this guy, he's pretty freaking scary. I mean, he has eyeballs on his hands and has four arms in total and has a legit hand for a head. And not only is it scary by looks, but it's also scary by ability, its type, stats, and its really awesome move pool that I have. So with all that said, it's time to go over its things like its typing, abilities, and stats. So as I mentioned previously, Barbaracle's typing is that of rock and water, which is really awesome offensively, but at the same time, there's quite a few Pokemon that's known to have this typing, so it's not that unique in terms of rarity, but it still provides really, really good resistances as you completely wall Gale Wing's Talonflame. Its Flare Blitz is 4 times resisted, and because of its rock typing, it also resists Brave Bird, which is pretty nice. Now, as for its abilities, it gets Tough Claws, which is new in this generation, and any move that makes physical contact gets a 30% boost in the power, which is excellent because this guy gets a move called Shell Smash. Yeah, good game, right? So, along with its Shell Smash, it gets really awesome contact physical moves that just absolutely rip face. And the other ability is known as Sniper, which is an ability that should be ignored either, as it boosts critical hits from 150% to 200%, like in terms of power. Um, and if you guys are not already aware, critical hits have been nerfed this generation. Instead of them doing double the damage, they only do 50%. So as I'm reading on Cerebi, it says the power of critical hit moves is increased to 200% rather than 150. So it's kind of unfortunate, but you know what? I feel as though they kind of balanced everything out this generation, or at least tried to, which I thought that they did really well. And as for its hidden ability, it gets Pickpocket, which is also a really cool ability, in which if your opponent makes physical contact with you, the item of theirs gets stolen. However, it will not work if you are holding an item and they happen to make contact with you first. So, as for its stats, just take a look at them. I mean, it has 72 HP, which isn't bad, and you pair that up with its 115 defense and 86 special defense, especially on the physical side, you're going to be taking physical hits very nice. And its offenses, its attack is base 105, and in comparison to its pretty crappy base 54 special attack, we're going to be going with attack over special attack, and its speed is only at 68, which is kind of unfortunate. However, um, after a Shell Smash boost, you are going to be doubling your speed to a pretty threatening level. So let's not completely write this guy's speed off, as he can be quite the speedy attacker after a Shell Smash boost. And speaking of which, it's first set time, so stay tuned. So with this first set here is going to make Barbarical as offensively powerful as possible. And this Pokemon, like I have to say, has so much versatility in not only its abilities, but its moves and the items that it can hold. Like you'll just watch and see. The nature we're going to be giving it is going to either be Adamant or Jolly. Adamant to boost its attack even further, while Jolly boosts its speed even further. As for the ability, I put either of the three because, honestly, all three of these abilities serve a tremendous purpose. For Tough Claws, gives you that extra boost in power. However, if you want to chance a critical hit and have it do even more damage, then you definitely want to go with Sniper to give it that critical hit boost. Or if you want to be even more sneaky and creative, you can go with Pickpocket, because with the items that I'll be going over shortly are one-time use items. So after you use up your item, and if your opponent was to make physical contact with you, you could steal their item, and you could essentially have two items in one. The first one you've already used up, and the second one now you're using. So like, already this guy is going to be a threat. And speaking of item use, the two items I have for choice, White Herb and Focus Sash. White Herb to negate any status drops for one turn, and Focus Sash will basically prevent you from being one-hit KO'd, which is pretty awesome. As for the EV spread, 4 going into HP, 252 into attack, and 252 into speed. And the move set. Shell Smash. And this is the reason why you want to have either a White Herb or Focus Sash, is because after a Shell Smash, your defense and special defense are lowered by one stage. However, your attack, special attack, and speed are increased by 2 stages. So after your defensive stats get lowered, White Herb basically resets that, and you use up your item and you have nothing left. So that's where Pickpocket can come up into play, or Focus Sash in case you get hit. Um, and the next move that we have is known as Razor Shell, which is a really awesome move, and very few Pokemon know this. So Barbaracle is very fortunate to get a move like this. It doesn't get Waterfall, which kind of sucks because it has that nice percentage to flinch, but Razor Shell is cool in its own right because of the fact that it basically lowers your target's defense stat by one stage 50% of the time. So that's a really awesome thing to have as well. Stone Edge being a very solid rock type move, and if you were to use Sniper, you would have a much bigger chance at getting a critical hit because Stone Edge has a high critical hit ratio. And same with Cross Chop, which is a very strong, very excellent fighting type move. And it complements this set very well in terms of type coverage. Now, moves to consider. I got quite a few here. I mean, Night Slash to hit ghost types and whatever other Pokemon that are weak to dark type moves. You can go with Power Up Punch to get that tough, and also with the Tough Claws boost and the boost in your physical attack. I mean, it's going to be doing some damage, like quite a bit, I'd say. Then we have X Scissor, we got Poison Jab, Shadow Claw, Earthquake. I mean, like, you cannot go wrong with any of these moves here. But unfortunately for Barbarical, there's the accursed 4 move slot syndrome, which kind of sucks. But you know what? That's okay, because Barbarical, just with this set alone, is a problem. So with this set out of the way, it's time for a more defensive approach. So please stay tuned. Okay, so with this next set here, we're going to be turning Barbaracle into a very defensive annoyer that will stall you all day, every day. The nature that we're going to be giving it is a bold nature to lower its attack and increase its physical defense. And with the ability, we're going with Sniper because it's the only ability that is of use in this situation, because since we're not going to be having any contact moves, Tough Claws is going to be useless, and since we're always going to be having an item, then Pickpocket's pretty much useless. So Sniper is the best out of the 3 options, and the item for choice is Leftovers to increase your HP at the end of each turn. And as for the EV spread, we have 252 HP EVs, 252 defense EVs, and 4 speed EVs. Now, as for the move set, we have Scald, which is a very solid water type move, and even though it's not going to be hitting hard off of its base 54 special attack, it has the added chance to burn. So once you burn your opponent, then it's going to be even harder for them to take you down on the physical side. And the next move that we have is known as Infestation, and it's a really awesome new move introduced in this generation. And what this is it's basically like a bug type version of Wrap or Whirlpool, where you trap your opponent for 4 to 5 turns and you cause some damage at the end of each turn. I believe it's 1/8 of health at the end of each turn. I'm not entirely sure, but with the residual damage from a potential burn and the infestation damage, you're going to be wearing your opponents down pretty quickly. And for the next move, we have Toxic. So if you just want to start poisoning your opponents, you don't want to chance the percentage for a Scald to fail on you, then you can definitely go with the Toxic Stall Infestation Stall combo. And then we have Protect to basically round this set off to not only stall out another turn of Leftovers recovery, but also stall another turn for racking up on residual damage. Now, we got some moves to consider here. We have Rest and Sleep Talk, and that is to be used over Toxic and Protect, should you use this combination, because Infestation is pretty much the core in this entire move set. You're basically trapping your opponents, and then you proceed to stall them out, or chance getting a status on them and then stalling them out. Now, an alternate spread here, I have a Calm Nature, which increases the special defense and lowers the the physical attack. And the ability, once again, is going to be Sniper, and the item for choice, once again, is Leftovers. And as for the EV spread, 252 are going into HP, 56 into defense, and 200 into special defense, giving you some very well-rounded bulk on both the physical and the special side, making you extremely tough to take down and having a really good mixture of opportunities to tank hits. So this is basically it for this set. On paper, and statistically, it might not be as appealing to try out, but it's a really good creative way to throw your opponents off and possibly cause them to rage quit. Because when you see a Barbarical, you're going to be thinking that this guy is going to have Shell Smash and it's going to attempt to sweep. But when they see a set like this, they're going to be thinking, what the hell is going on here? What do I do? And then you're trapped, and then this guy has a field day with you. So that's basically it. I hope that you enjoyed this set. It's time for one more. So with this next move set here, we're going to be taking Barbarical and turning him into a bulky setup sweeper. The nature we're going to be giving it is a Careful nature to increase its special defense and lower its special attack. And the ability for choice, you can either go with Tough Claws or Sniper. Tough Claws to give you that 30% boost for contact moves, and Sniper to power up critical hits. And as for the item, we're going with Leftovers. Now, as for the EV spread, 252 are going into HP, 252 into special defense, and 4 into speed, just to give you as much bulk on the special side as possible. Now, as for the move set, we have Bulk Up, which is a really awesome move that Barbarical is very fortunate to learn. And this move basically increases your attack and your defense by 1 stage. So after a couple bulk up boosts, you're going to be really tough to take down on the physical side, and you're going to be firing back some very powerful attacks. And the next move that we have is known as Power Up Punch, and along with its Tough Claws boost, and the fact that you increase your attack by 1 stage every time you hit, you're going to be boosting yourself up to a pretty scary level. And then we have Razor Shell, which is a very solid water type move, and it is the strongest physical water type move that Barbarical learns. I still don't get why it can't learn Waterfall. I mean, this is like Seismitoad all over again. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So the next move that we have is Stone Edge, and because it has a high critical hit ratio, it's good to pair it with Sniper, because any critical hits you get will be powered up. Now, moves to consider. Take a good look at this list. Man, oh man. We have Night Slash, Shadow Claw, Cross Chop, X Scissor, Poison Jab, Earthquake, and then the Rest and Sleep Talk combination. So if you want to get rid of, say, either Power Up Punch, Razor Shell, or Stone Edge, and put in Rest and Sleep Talk, you'll be sticking around a lot longer. However, that is going to limit you in terms of type coverage. So please use the Rest Talk combination with this set with caution. But yeah, if you want to substitute Power Up Punch, Razor Shell, Stone Edge for any of these other moves, you can definitely do so to target certain threats. Night Slash and Shadow Claw to both target ghost types and psychic types. Cross Chop to target other Barbarical and whatever is weak to fighting, such as Tyranitar, which happens to be 4 times weak. And if you want to go with X Scissor to take care of the likes of grass and psychic types, you can definitely do so. But I don't see why you would want to stay in on a grass type because you are 4 times weak to grass type moves and you will go down. Poison Jab is for mainly fairies and grass types, and Earthquake is just a really solid move to have, and it hits the likes of Steel, Rock, and Electric type Pokemon, and Fire types as well. So, like, overall, you got so many options to consider for this set and for how you use Barbarical. I should also make note that this guy gets Rock Polish and Swords Dance, so if you want to run like a double dance set, then you're more than welcome to do so. If you want to refer back to the first set that I have come up with and throw in either a Rock Polish or a Swords Dance, you can definitely do so. But the theme in that set is smash and sweep, so to speak. So guys, that's basically all I have for Barbarical and this video. I certainly hope you enjoyed. Be sure to leave a comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me, what you guys think. Again, honest reviews are much appreciated. And I will be doing another Pokemon X and Y analysis later on. So please, in the meantime, enjoy this one. Take care of yourselves. This is Crasher Chase signing off.